Good morning. Welcome to Great Transition Strategies, Monday Morning Standup. 5 minutes to get your week off to a great start and potentially give you something to make you a more effective leader. Today's topic, who is helping you? Second week of the new year, we're off and rolling. Resolutions are in place with some structure. Maybe you have your word, you've set your goals. Now my question to you is, who is helping you? Who's helping you get there? What I've found as leaders, we are very reluctant to ask for help. And many people come to me as a coach, hey, how can you help me? I need some help, right? I need connection from someone who can move me along. So who is helping you? So you think about your goals, resolutions, any kind of reason you would come to a coach for, it's about behavior change. It's about intentionally changing to make lasting change. So let me talk about a foundation of my coaching practice is intentional change theory. I'm going to talk to you briefly about that, and then let's apply it here with who's helping you. In intentional change theory, there's 5 discoveries. Number 1, your ideal self. Ideally, what and who do you want to be? Number 2, your real self. Where are you now? Right? So now what's the gap in between? Number 3 is taking that and understanding the gap between real self, and we'll call this the learning agenda, your real self and your ultimately where you want to be. So how do you use your strengths to close that gap? Next, as we take that, we apply that, we use that in the learning agenda. Next is, what are the new behavior changes? What are the new neural networks you build so you can make that lasting change so it stays? Number 5, which is most important, are supporting relationships. Relationships that resonate with you. Where are those supporting relationships? If you want significant change and you want lasting change, you have to have all 5 of these, and supporting relationships are an important part. So let me ask the question I started with. Who is helping you get where you want to be this year? I think there's 3 things you need with who's helping you. Think about, first, what do you need from that person? Who are the person or persons that have what you need? And what's the timing? What's the frequency you need? So let's talk about each one. Number 1, what do you need? If you're in a career transition, you probably need something like networking and maybe connections. Maybe you need education, maybe you need training, maybe you need mentoring, sponsoring. What do you need? Be specific about what you need and put that in your mind. Here is what I am after in order to grow the way I want to grow and meet these goals I've set for myself this year. So put a marker on it. What do you need? Next, who has it? Who are the people that have that? If I'm in a career transition and networking, who has the connections that people can help get me where I want to go? If it's a mentoring situation, who has the knowledge, who has the skills, who has a track record? Figure out who it is. So these folks that you're connecting with, it might not just be one, you might have a number of people that you're connecting with. So first is what, next is who. Third, timing. What is the timing? How often, what's the frequency that you need to meet with each of these individuals to help you move along? Think career transition. If you're in a career transition, that's going to happen often. If it's a mentoring, it might not be. It might not be as often. So those 3 things are the most important. So now think about, again, what do I need? Who do I need to connect with now? And at what frequency? But this is all about leadership. That's the purpose of this stand-up. Think about you as a leader and those that you lead, and look at those around you. How can you help those that you're leading? There are some folks on your team you could look at. What do they need? What do they need? Who? Are you the person, or should you connect them with someone else? And at what timing? How can you help move them along as their leader so they can get where they need to go? And one thing I caution with, many times you're a person that's being connected with because you're in a leadership role. Are you the right person they're connected with? Are they using you? Okay. Or is that a case where maybe you need to cut off that relationship? Think about all those things as well. So for you personally, think about that. What do you need? Who's the right people to connect with? At what frequency? What can you do for your team to help them move along? And are there some of those that you should end so that way you are not being taken advantage of? Hope you found that helpful. I hope you're New year is off to a great start. See you next Monday morning, 8:30. We'll be back in Annapolis, Maryland. Have a great week.